So now let's see how to add some inverse kinematics on top of this animation. Let's keep the microphone here, and I'll talk directly into it. And
let's be professional about this and
that
talk
will
right
also
right here where it just covers our faces. And
yeah,
okay.
that's really professional, you know. So
yeah, now we know things. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am Zahn, the dad. Oh, I'm title pending now. I forget my own name. I'm title pending, and this is literally a devlog. We'll be talking about our process for debugging, working with the animations that you're seeing right here. So if you want to know how to debug, that's what you're looking for. If you want to know how our game is going, that's what's here. And for everybody who's dealing with Corona, I hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you haven't been too affected by it. I've been hit by it a little bit financially, but again, that's not this devlog. Let's get into this game that we're making. Should I do that again?
So,
probably not.
Yeah, you should do that again, because at the moment we are doing a skeletal animation video instead. But I don't know, maybe we can just roll with this.
Skeletal animation video. Let's do this. All right, we're under the 2-minute mark. That's what this video is about. Skeletal animations.
So, there aren't good skeletal animation tutorials in Godot. So this isn't really a tutorial, but I just want to show you how easy it is if you know what you're doing. So what you're looking here is a project from GDQuest, and it has animations that are forward kinematics. So it has people, this mannequin running around, and that looks, well, you can see a video how it looks. Let's keep this short. So now let's see how to add some inverse kinematics on top of this animation.
So again, you were mentioning that this is forward animation, but we need the IK, right?
Yeah. So the character running around, that's forward kinematics. That's your regular animations from Blender or Mixamo or wherever. So now we're going to learn how to do this thing with the arm. So as you can see, the guy is clutching the arm, and that's not part of the animations from Blender. That's inside Godot, and this is inverse kinematics. So let's go ahead and see how was that achieved.
Do you have the messed up file where the guy's head is in his butt?
Well, I can make that easily. So let me.
Dude,
let's just
do
do it.
You should have saved an old.
Let's just do it. You just make the root bone spine. Spine.
Oh,
okay.
That's what you did? Root bone spine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
So.
Okay. Oh,
okay.
No,
well,
that's not as horrible as it was last
differently
time.
Here. It's because I'm using the magnet. Wait, let me demagnetize it. Okay. Now the resolver will make it rotate around.
Okay.
I hope. No. This
is why you should save old files. Okay. So originally we literally had the head in the guy's butt.
I can do that. I'm sure.
You can put the head back in the guy's butt.
Maybe.
We're gonna spend time with this.
Okay. Let's.
I don't know. Okay.
So the additions are these two parts. So what is this? It's kind of a just quickly made bow with constructive geometry polygon. It's supposed to represent a bow. So a bow and an arrow, and I had to rotate it through these two spatials, just because if you don't rotate it properly, then this hand here is not gonna be rotated correctly. So if I just attach to a different bone, okay.
Oh, well, you forgot to. Did you fix it?
I did not.
Yeah,
so upper left arm. Upper left arm. Okay. So do you see how the hand is actually not rotated correctly now?
Yes.
So this is why. Because the target node for inverse kinematics, so this bow, in other words, needs to be rotated correctly so that when the bone attaches to it, that rotation is also correct. So this is why I have these two spatials, just for rotating and positioning things. So I'll just move that back. Okay, now let's go into the actual tutorial. So let's delete this for a second, or let's make a new one. Actually, let's connect the second arm here. So let me show you how quickly you can do this with a second hand. So we're going to do another child node onto the skeleton.
So this is a second-hand tutorial then?
Yes.
Not a first-hand tutorial. Okay.
This is, we are lip syncing at this point. I didn't mean this to do originally, but now I just got the idea that the second arm is really...
All right, let's do this.
So left arm. Okay. So so there are two important concepts that we need to understand. We need to choose what will be the chain. So, upper right arm, up and lower left arm, and the hand. And this is where you do that, root bone and tip bone. So inverse kinematics works based on a chain of bones, and we need to choose the starting bone and the ending bone. So the root bone is basically the shoulder, essentially. And so let's now find the left, actually right arm. So upper arm. Okay, so this is the right shoulder. Well, the right, this bone, whatever it is. And the tip bone will actually be the hand. So hand right. Okay, works. Now there is one more thing that's required, and that's we need to choose where the tip bone will actually connect. So we're going to create a spatial now to signify a position. So, okay, so if we need to move this, so spatial left arm. So let's go up. Let's put it like this here. So where do we want? Well, yeah, let's try to create an arrow holding.
The most uncomfortable bow ever. Where do we want this
to
grip?
So we chose the root bone and the tip bone. Now we're going to set the target node. So where should we grip with our tip bone? And that's going to be this left arm spatial. If we turn on the kinematics, you can see that it's kind of working, but it's not rotating properly. So it's kind of working, and I guess we can just quickly create a... let's just create...
Can you make the middle finger go up with that?
Yes, but not for this video.
Don't do that. Don't do. I'm kidding with you.
Yes, but not for this video. So okay. So I'm just gonna create a really fast arrow here, and we're gonna pretend that this is an arrow.
Oh yeah. Well, we already have the darts in place. I want that to note. We have the darts from a video we didn't upload before. That's why we're uploading now. So it's gonna shoot the darts that are already in the game, right? That we already have programmed.
Well, it's not going to shoot because this is the Mannequin. This isn't our game. This is the Mannequin example.
Oh, I see. This is the Mannequin example that you sent to see if you could actually recreate a problem that we'll talk in another video. Okay.
Yes. Well, actually, I'll mention it here as well because people need to know not to only use Godot 3.2.2. Because skeleton IK is actually broken in Godot 3.2.1.
Right. But we should save that. Again, that's another topic. We'll save that for another video. Keep it clean. Yeah.
So now I'm going to rotate it, but I can't rotate polygons, so I have to create another spatial. Okay, so now I can rotate, well, so the arm isn't shown correctly. I'm first going to rotate this big thing here. Okay, well, we are achieving something. It kind of works, right? I mean, we're kind of getting what we want. Yeah, works good enough. So we're going to use this inside spatial to position things a little bit better.
There you go.
And yeah, so you just have to play with the hand a little bit like this. And
Making
Now
mannequins
we
play
can,
with their hands. Got it.
yeah, we can move this now as well. Okay, well, we kind of have a seesaw and an arrow now and a bow now.
Wow, it just looks like he's gonna run and charge someone with that.
Yeah.
Stab someone in the
So
back. Not,
yeah, so we have this hand kind of holding the.
okay.
That's just, yeah. As you can see, okay.
It looks like
So
everything's holding the arrow now. But okay, okay, I get it. I get
yeah.
it. This is not. This is not.
So
Welcome to the
the whole
channel.
point of this video
Thank
is
you,
to show
subs.
how. The whole point of this video is to show how easy it is to get skeletal IK inverse kinematics together with animations.
That's
Because
true.
I
That's true.
actually haven't seen a video so far. So there it is. Now we should have two videos. I mean, two hands. Oh, there is something missing that I have to show you. So this will work here when you play in the skeletal animation, but as you can see, it doesn't work in the game. So there is another important thing that we need to do in order to make this work, but it's really easy, and I'll show you. So this is the idle animation on the player character. So it's that one. So notice what it has here on the very bottom. So it has a function call that calls the start function and the stop function of this original left hand in inverse kinematics. So we're just going to add a track like this. So skeleton, and this is really tricky. This is not easy to figure out on your own. So skeleton left arm.
Yeah.
And we're just going to call okay, we insert a key with right click. We start it here and we stop it here. Okay, so this will work for one animation, which is the idle animation. It won't work for others, as I think, well, we'll see. So, okay, so it works for the idle animation,
nice,
right?
Nice. Okay, yeah.
So we have a bow and the seesaw, but notice what happens when I move. Oh, it's actually still, well, I guess Godot might be bugged still or something. So it's actually still working. The IK is actually still working on other animations. So in theory, it should have stopped working, but maybe it's still bugged. Still, it's usable actually. You just have to learn how to stop it, I guess. Okay, so there is another thing that I want to show, which is do you see how the inverse kinematic resolver is actually moving the elbow around?
Yes, yes.
So the easiest way to fix that is to just use a magnet anywhere, and it should fix it. So that's what the magnet is for, basically. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, now it's not moving nearly as much. So now it's basically being magnetized into a particular location, and this is what we want. We don't want the elbow to go around. So yeah, that's basically that, and I guess that's more or less the end of the video. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, let's recap. So, what are the things that we've learned here, that we've gone through? Like, if you had to shortlist it.
You create a node. Okay. So you create a skeletal IK node. You set up the root bone and the tip bone. The root bone is, let's say, the shoulder, but we can easily make it the spine. It will probably work. And the tip bone is, let's say, the hand bone. Maybe, if you're holding it with your, fingers, then maybe it would be the finger bones, but in our case, it's a hand bone. And the other important thing you need to do is to choose what exactly is being targeted. So what are we grabbing? And in this case, we're grabbing this saw here, this arrow, I guess. So you need to set up you just need some object that you set up like this. Here you target it. As you can see, you target it like this, and that's that. You just then play a little bit with rotations so that it looks good. And you've got, you've got skeletal, you've got inverse kinematics, and all you gotta do after that is just for every animation where you want this to play, you need to add a track, call a method, and then choose the skeleton IK. After that, when you get it like this, you insert a key, and you choose the start and stop functions to start and stop it. That's that. Okay, so that's the recap.
Sure. Okay. All right. This is again, we're gonna have another video. We're gonna make it after this one. That's gonna be talking about what you do for like when you actually run into an issue that doesn't work, how you set up and send that to the Godot development team and get some feedback, which was some really good research from Alexander. I have another video that should be coming either before this or after this, related to, which is somewhere around here, related to how do you get Blender and how do you make assets from a drawing, like something you draw, and actually make it an in-game asset. So that's going to be popping up as well. And I did that with Indy, our Blender guy. All right, it's a team. We're doing stuff. Insert catchy phrase here. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Put them below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right? All right. Bye.